Hi, this is TapCat, and today I want to touch base on our overall strategy situation again, because I'll be honest, I'm actually a little concerned that we could lose this game. And I'm not being hyperbolic, I honestly mean I could see that happening. So why do I say that? Well, my biggest concern is the Avatar project. Now, if you look at research, I'm currently on Psionics. And I got to be honest, that probably was not, if you're just trying to win the game, not the pick I should have taken. I could have gone for alien encryption, and I very nearly did, because that would help me move the story forward. We basically need to research this. We need to finish building a proving ground. Well, yeah, we have started it, so I can say finish. And we need to do some of these story missions because they help push the progress back on the Avatar project. My problem is that one of the main points I made about this campaign from day one is that I wanted it to focus on psionics. Plain and simple. And yes, I also was going to use some mods. But realistically, the only mod that is really noticeable as I play is a better Advent 2. And there's no question that on the mission map, it has given a whole new face to, our enemies. But at the same time, that's not that huge of a change, and so I still want to showcase psionics. But what this campaign is mostly doing for me personally is reminding me why in my guide videos, like the one I did on base building, I suggested to you, don't build the psionics lab, because of the fact that you can't really do it, at least on Legend, okay? Because on Legend, everything takes longer. It takes longer to clear an empty space in the Avenger. It takes longer to research technologies, longer to build facilities. So what happens is I should be moving forward with the story so that I can start getting some breathing room here. But instead, because I'm really trying to do psionics in, not at the end of the campaign, I'm doing this instead. And that's the whole point. Like, psionics are good. We're going to get, if we can get a psionic soldier on the battlefield and get them trained up, they're fantastic. They're fun to play with. The problem is that they are not even remotely essential. You can beat this game on Legend Iron Man without them. And while you're screwing around researching psionics, while you're having your engineers build a psionics lab and all this other stuff, what you're not doing are things that can help you win the game or keep you from losing it in the short term. So that's my concern right now is I'm not, first of all, let me just say, I'm not going to switch off of this because I kept putting off psionics. And, I've recorded 17 installments, right, so far. This won't even get researched until I don't know what part. Then I have to build the lab. And then I have to start training one or more rookies to even become a psionic operative. I think we'll be really lucky if we see our first PSYOP in part 30. It could easily go longer than that. And so it just kind of turns this whole playthrough into a joke if I just never have a freaking, PSYOP until, like, if I keep waiting, if I do alien encryption first and all that. So what? Now it's going to be part 40 or 50? And my last series only went 60 parts. So you're just back to not really having psionics be a part of your campaign at all. And I feel like this is a really unfortunate element of how the game was developed, that it's just not viable almost. Now, that said, we're going to test that, because I am going to stay the course with Psionics research, and I'm going to do my best to win the campaign, in spite of that. Whether that's possible, I don't know. It could be, part of it, you need a little luck to go your way. Like another issue I have, we did not get particularly lucky on the placement of some of these alien facilities. So the good news is I have one unlocked already. But boy, getting to this one is going to be such a thing, and it's got 2 pips of progress on it. This one's not as bad, but like, for example, if there was one here and then one here or something like that, or down here, that would just be so much easier. We know we could kind of chip away at this, and then if we end up on the doom clock, we could, save the campaign. We can take ourselves off that clock. And as it is, what's going to happen is, I can do this one, and then it's just hell to pay getting to the next one, because I have multiple regions I have to go through. And then when I finish this one, I can't really tell. Like, I don't know how many it'll be. They don't have this opened up. Hopefully not very many. But so anyway, I just wanted to touch base and let you know that I'm not blind to what's going on here. And I did almost go the other way with the research and do alien encryption, but I just felt like this whole playthrough starts to become a lie if I just keep doing that. Like in the beginning, I literally felt like I had no choice. So it was, look, I gotta do magnetic weapons first, or we're just not even gonna be able to kill anything on the battlefield. Fair enough. And then I almost went psionics over my armor, and that's super dangerous. It's so easy for you to get one-shotted. And so I came very close, but I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the smart thing, and I'll do armor. But having done that multiple times, I feel like, look, if I'm going to call this a psionics playthrough, I got to have psionics. Like, at some point, you just got to bite the bullet. And even though the, quote, smart thing is to do something else, I'm just going to do that. So that's where we're at. And, the sad thing is, other than the project here, the progress bar, we're doing pretty well. I was really worried in this playthrough when we started, because my list of soldiers was so short. And we were able to pick up a few rookies off of, the little map searches. But you can see, like, we're not terribly deep. But I've got the AWC, helping me now with wounds, and I've got some depth at least on the. Oh wait, do I not? No, yeah, there it is. God, sorry. So the other thing that I noticed, let me come here. Originally, this list was like 4 people. And I literally thought, oh my God, we're going to run out of the people we started with. And then I'm not even going to be able to recruit anybody. Well, look at it now, because we haven't really, I think I recruited a couple from here early on, and then I haven't really needed to touch it ever since. So that problem is sorted out. And, I feel like our equipment it was where it needs to be, other than the fact that I am in fairly desperate need of the proving ground. And we're started. So, I mean, whatever. We'll get there. And we'll get there reasonably soon. Then I just have to start working on projects. Like building a skull jack. Like getting some experimental ammo. And once we get some of that stuff going. Oh, and a suit with a grappling hook for my long-range sniper. That'll help too. So we're going to get some of that going, and that'll just get us, in an even better place. But it remains to be seen, will pursuing psionics just sink this campaign? And partly I wanted to talk about that from the standpoint of this campaign and letting you know how I see our current position. But also, this is just something for you to think about, because I say things like this in guides, and what people hear me say is psionics is crap, or whatever thing. Like if I recommend going down one path instead of the other, then people often think that I mean, oh, that other way is no good at all. There's no value there. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I think this other way that I'm suggesting is more value. It's better. Now, the psionics thing is kind of an extreme case, because it's kind of extreme in both ways. I really want to play with psionic soldiers and have the fun of using those abilities on a bunch of missions. But I got to tell you, the downside, it is so jackpot or bust. We can just literally end up losing the entire campaign. Now, I'm going to give you a fix for this. If you really want to do psionics, then what I would recommend is a mod to slow or stop the progress on the Avatar project. I wasn't going to do that for this campaign, because part of what I wanted to do was up the difficulty level. You've seen me beat the game on Legend Iron Man, and I can do that. So how many times do you just want to watch me do that again, right? So I wanted to add some new elements that would make it more challenging, without doing a lot of stuff to back off the challenge and make it easier. So that was my choice for this campaign. But you at home, like if you just want the fun of playing with psionics, and a lot of people hate this stupid clock to begin with. Listen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to slow this thing way down, and let's just try to have fun playing with psionics. That's what I would recommend. Do your armor research, do your weapons research, not in that order, and then do psionics, and you don't have to worry so much about getting the story to move forward, because that's where I'm at, and it's not a good place. So we'll see what happens. I could still be victorious. I hope that I am. It would be my first failed campaign in XCOM that I've ever recorded, even way back when I first started doing Enemy Unknown, and I wasn't honestly that good at the game. I had a lot of passion, but my knowledge, wasn't the best necessarily. But I still managed to pull through in those campaigns. And I probably know this game as well or better as anything I've ever played. And we'll see. I could end up doing it. But at any rate, I think that's all I have to say about it for now. But I just wanted to bring all you into the loop so you can kind of know what I'm thinking and why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I've just decided, look, I'm going to draw a line in the sand. I'm doing psionics. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.